Sam Logue here for IrishBoxing.com. Delighted to be joined by the winner of the 75 kilos under 22 Irish National Championships, Eoghan Lavin from Ballyhonus. Eoghan, you won by KO in the third round with a lovely body shot. Well, you knocked him down with a body shot, and then the ref stopped it then soon after. Just talk me through the fight. Are you happy with your performance?
Happy to an extent. I'm always my worst, my hardest judge, so I felt I started the first round fairly poor, just edging into the fight. But once I relaxed, I started to finish the last round strong. The second round then, I had a better idea where I was going with the fight, so I just tried to lead the fight to where I wanted to go, carrying a hand injury on my backhand for the last few months. I was just trying to play it safe as well, so I just had to bring the fight in the direction that I needed it to go, and thankfully it all worked out.
Excellent, man. I mean, you said that off camera that you're carrying like a broken arm, right, in your right arm, which is really like a horrible injury to go into a fight with. Does that put you under a different kind of pressure when you're going into that fight, then, knowing that you're kind of slightly limited on one hand?
Like that, it would have. It was an injury from a while back, so my preparations were sort of adapted. The last few weeks, I've been practicing, training to put fights the way I wanted to go. I had 2 fights before today. I boxed a quarter-final, so it was all just building up towards putting in a performance that suited me, and the injury's healed up now, so it's kind of still a little raw, but it was more protecting it and not causing any further damage down the line. So thankfully everything worked out. I was a good tough lad in there today. Just second round the fight just went my way, but like that it could very easily go anyway, so it's all good prep, especially coming into a senior tournament. That's my first senior tournament, so I'm only 18 and it's 2 years since I boxed, so I'm building into more and more as a senior fighter now, so it's them kind of performances that you want. And obviously boxing out in Europe and boxing abroad, it's very easy to pick up an injury in an earlier fight, and it's kind of all about being able to adapt in the next fight to just keep putting in the performance to get the victory.
Unbelievable, man. That's brilliant. And yeah, I'd say it's a great mentality to have, and obviously you take something from this, you know, being able to kind of adapt and overcome an injury and still be able to win. That's amazing. So what well, talk to me about COVID. You're only 18, which is amazing, and you haven't really boxed at a competitive level for like 2 years, same as everyone, but still really difficult. How difficult was that period, that kind of almost 2 years of, you know, uncertainty and not being able to maybe get into the gym as much and no fights to train for? How difficult was that for you?
I found it, funny enough, before COVID I was struggling with bad injuries. I had a bad back injury and again a bad hand injury, and in the under 18s before that I was young again, but still I wasn't experienced enough to be able to adapt my fighting to suit what I needed to do. And over COVID I kept training myself. I was kind of hoping that boxing would be back every other week, but I kept training myself, and sort of I was building myself into a better boxer, but it definitely hurt a lot performance wise getting back in the ring. What helped me massive was the 2 fights before today, and each fight is kind of each day you're building up towards a better performance, so hopefully now there shouldn't be any more setbacks COVID wise or anything like that, so I'll be looking to push forward and just keep developing as a senior boxer, rather than just it's very easy to win, not easy to win, but sometimes it's hard to develop correctly from a youth into a senior, and I felt with the right coaches and the right team in Ballyhonus that we just managed to adapt that a lot, but we still have an awful lot of work to do for the higher quality opponents out in Europe and them places, so it's just all about pushing forward from here now. This is sort of more or less a starting stone rather than a final destination.
Yeah, I get you. Oh, yeah, I get you. That's class, man. So what is the goal now going forward? So what's the immediate goal? And then talk to me about what you see in your future. What are you going to achieve, or what do you believe you can achieve going forward?
Immediate goal, I'd be hoping. I haven't talked to any of the lads now, so I don't know what the story is regarding high performance training, or I know there is under 22 Europeans in Croatia in March, so they're obviously the first thing that I'm going for and looking for to medal. I have a silver medal from Schoolboys Championship. I'll be looking to push on and develop into a real gold standard senior boxer, and then obviously from there push on into the elites and hopefully down the line Olympic qualification before then looking to go pro. So building as much as I can into a proper boxer before I'm ready to move on to the higher level elites. So that's just kind of the idea at the minute. So we'll see how it goes.
But you've allowed yourself to think quite far in. Like it's interesting not every boxer here at these championships is kind of allowing themselves to think about the pros, where it seems like you have it in your head that, you know, step by step, elites, Olympics, and then pro. So you have those kind of big goals in place. Do you feel, does that put pressure on you, or is it actually the other way, where you're like, it gives you motivation to go and try and achieve them?
Yeah, like, I've had a lot of pro offers as a boxer from ever since I'm 16. I've been getting pro offers to sign pro over to America and over to England. Wow. But as it is now, I'm focused on just becoming a better boxer myself, building into the best elite boxer that I can be. When I look to go pro, I'll be looking to be contending with the top best in the world. So I'm looking to just keep building until I get to where I need to be, rather than dreaming of where I could be.
How realistic is Paris 2024?
Olympics has always been very come and go for boxers. A lot of boxers focus only on going to Olympics. Obviously, the Olympics will be massive, and that is where the focus will be heading eventually. So I know there's good lads there with the elite 75 in the world. It's probably one of the hardest weights. Internationally wise, the level is huge, and domestically the Irish scene is massive at 75s. So I'll be looking to just push on as far as I can and get past anyone that kind of steps in the way. So I'll be looking to just develop myself into the one to beat, rather than looking to beat everybody else.
Fair. Eoghan Lavin, today, that's all in the future, but today you're under 22 national champion. Thank you very much for talking to IrishBoxing.com. It's been a pleasure. Congratulations, man. Thank you.